Hi, assume you've gone for a walk or just got generally warmed up and you're ready to start the exercise. That you've had your medication, you have your pumps and sprays close to you, you've had something to eat in the last 4 hours, you're fully hydrated, you've got your room well ventilated, and you're ready to go. So the first exercise is a box step. So we're stepping forward and back. So we're going straight in today. So shoulders are back and down, stride forward with your heels, tap back with your toes. So keep it rhythmic, keep it strong, keep those legs wide. Think about your posture as well, so step the tummy in nice and tight, keep your shoulders back and down. So whichever leg that you started to lead with, we're going to tap and change, so tap and change. So again, keeping those hips facing forward, keeping your chest lifted, keeping your arms coming back and forth, keeping a bend at the elbow. So striking forward with your heels, and as you step back with your toes. Okay, bring it to a little march, little toe taps forward, one and then the other. And a little bend in the knees, take it into a small lunge if you can, so it's forward and forward, keeping your body upright. Oops, a little wiggle of that knee. So today you just need resistance bands, so keep a band close by. Hopefully you've got that already, as is in the description of the exercise. So as you step forward and back, maintain your body in that upright position. Ensure your feet are hip distance apart, and you can just see the tips of your toes as you step forward and back. So good stride forward and keep that heel raised as you come forward. So lunge. Okay, if you cease the lunging and come to a march, a little march, your feet are hip distance apart, little knee bend, so pushing the weight back through your heels, just pushing the palm of your hands forward. So just small movement here, pushing your bottom back. So work as deep as you want to, so you can dip down a lot more if you want to, if you feel that you're ready to do this. So we're adding a change. So a little squat, toe tap, and squat. Toe tap, squat. So I'm raising my hands up now. I'm having my knuckles on top, little toe tap. So again, that dip down can be as far or as little as you wish. Keep the movement rhythmic and always work through a comfortable range of movement. Work to your own level. Work until you can't, rest until you can. You can always join in. Because of the repetitive movement, it's quite easy just to sit out a movement and join in with the next movement if you can. Okay, so just do one more. So one full, so tap forward and a little march. So little toe taps forward, bring it to a heels forward. So heels down to the floor, bicep curls. Take those elbows into the side, rhythmic tap forward, shoulders lifted, tapping forward here. Taking the arms all the way down to your thighs, all the way up to the shoulders. Trying to make that stride forward the same length. Keep those hips forward, maintain good posture. So with this, you can increase the pace, you can decrease the pace, make it slower, make it your own. You can take that stride longer in front, so you're adding a little bend in the knees, help strengthen those legs a little. So lots of different variations that you can do here. So a little march. You've done your squats, you've done your bicep curls. Let's put it together. You're placing the bands under your feet. Feet are parallel with your hips. Elbows are into the side. So get your squat to start off with. Feel comfortable with that squat. Make sure the knees don't drop in together and keeping your shoulders back. So add a curl. So sitting down, curling up. Keep that tummy nice and strong. Elbows into the side. Keep it strong and keep it rhythmic. So squats with a bicep curl. Arms and legs together. Okay, 4 more. So that's 4. 3, nice and slow. 2, last one, then step out of the band. Step away from the band. Grab the band in front. Keep it fairly short. Bring it forward and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Keep those wrists nice and fixed. Looking ahead, keep the chest lifted. Keep the movement, keep both arms the same. Keep those arms shoulder height. Nice deep breaths. So it's nice to breathe in and breathe out. So in and out. Okay, 2 more. That's one more, then we're into shoulder presses, taking the band behind your back, pushing up to the ceiling. So pushing right up, so push right up. So again, deep, nice deep breaths. Keep the wrists nice and fixed. Just pushing up to the ceiling. Again, shoulders back and down, chest lifted. Try to keep the feet moving if you can. You can always do this sitting as well. I always keep the chair close by just in case the balance is compromised and you just need to hold on for a little bit of balance. Do one more. Lower the arms down, circle the shoulders, place the band to the side. Okay, little step touch from side to side. So stepping from side to side, again keeping the hips facing forward. Keep the arms coming back and forth, nice and rhythmic. So a little step touch from side to side. You can take the arms higher. And again with this, you can take that stride longer. So you're almost hopping from side to side. You keep it smaller. You can stand behind a chair and do the movement behind the chair. So work to a level that you feel comfortable with. So side steps, tapping from side to side. From here, if you can bend at the knees, squeeze the shoulder blades back, squeeze the heels towards your bottom. Keep your knees directly under your hips and keep the heels towards your bottom. So we're changing quite quickly from different exercises. Keeps you thinking, keeps you watching, keeps you following. So some days are better than others. Some days those knees will be more compliant and it will bend more freely and you will get a bigger range of movement with the heels towards your bottom. Sometimes you may not get that heel very close to your bottom at all. So hamstring curls. So let's change it a little bit into single, single, double, double, single, single, double. Keep it soft. Think about it. So single, single, little double. Take those arms a little higher. So single, single, and a double. Single, single, double. One more time through. And then a little march. Bring it to a march. A little march here. So again, ensure nice straight back, shoulders back and down, into the little march. Little toe taps forward. Stay at this if this is enough for you, but start to raise the knees up. Again, keep your shoulders back and down, just lifting the knees up to hip height. Add a little twist. So we're adding, lifting the knees up, reaching across. Taking those arms nice and high, just tapping across, see if you can touch that heel. Again, keep it rhythmic. Keep breathing, keep those arms nice and high. Just mixing lots of different exercises, using the arms and legs, keeping your heart rate elevated. So this again, you can do a quicker pace, you can do a slower pace, you can add a little twist. But the main thing, you work at your pace. So lifting and taking that heel across. Okay, bring it to a march. You've done a squat. Let's take it into a trampoline squat. So little squat here. Step to the side, step in, step to the side. So you're travelling. Don't go into step aside, move back. You stay static if you don't want to. And the depth of the squat is up to you. but traveling across the floor. Again, keeping that movement rhythmic. Keep it controlled. So I'm going to take it back. I'm going to keep it in the middle now. So up and down. Okay, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Into a little march. With the march, a little step to one side to the other. So with the arms, a little wiggle wiggle. If you can, add a little hop, so line hops. So use the arms to help you lift you up across that line, that imaginary line. So pushing up through the toes, keeping those hips forward, lift those heels up just a little bit. Increase the power and strength through the legs, strengthen through those ankles. So a little hop across. You can add a little height, higher. Increase the strength through those ankles, strength through those legs. Nice and rhythmic arms. Try to keep your body upright. So little hops to the side. Okay, bring it back to a march when you're ready. Lots of different things. Going back to the bands. Same but different. We're starting with the shoulder press this time. So that's where the band sits behind the back. And we're pushing up to the ceiling. Let's go. So again, sitting, if your balance is compromised, you're not happy marching doing this. You have a little sit down. So you're aiming to push up, keep that pace nice and slow. Think with the breathing. So you're going to breathe in and out as you push up. So as you exhale, try to purse your lips. Get the air in and out your body, getting the blood around the muscles that you're working. Pushing up nice and strong. Keep that nice and smooth. Don't race that movement. Again, elbows nice and high, arms straight but not locked out. Right up to the ceiling. Okay, and one more. Taking the arms in front for another set. So shoulders and back. Reaching forward and back. Keep those wrists fixed. Keep those elbows raised. Don't have that band too short. Feel the resistance through the band. Don't just go through the motions with your washing line. Always have that tension within that band, so it shouldn't drop down. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't have a little dip. You're keeping that resistance in the band all the time. You're keeping the wrists nice and fixed. You're keeping your breathing nice and controlled. Breathe in on part of the movement and out on the other part of the movement. Try to make both arms work the same. One will probably tire before the other. Just be mindful of that. So work until you can't, rest until you can. Taking the bands down. So doing sets and reps on the same muscle groups. So you're doing the second set of your squats with your bicep curls. So you can get your squats going to start. As you come forward, try not to want, the knees may want to come in. So just be mindful that they go forward. So as you squat, adding that arm. Again, nice strong back, looking ahead, knees coming forward, feet flat to the floor, slow pace up, slow pace down. Locking those elbows in. So all the way up to your shoulders, all the way down to the legs. Nice deep breaths, keep it going. So don't forget, work until you can't, rest until you can. So you've done a second set doing biceps with the squats. Second set doing your shoulders and your back. And we're going to work on the triceps. So the triceps are the back of the upper arm. You've done a lunge, so we're just putting it together. One more. Okay, lower down. Take one leg forward, any leg forward into a lunge position or step forward position. You're stepping forward onto your band. You can arm in, one stride forward, little bend. You don't need to make it too deep. Elbows in and pushing back. So elbows up, push back here. Extend those arms as much as you can. It's quite a tight band. Struggling here. Elbows back. You do one at a time if you wish. But if you do, try not to twist into that band. Keep the tummy nice and tight and push back. You bring that leg in towards you a little bit. So you have that longer band. Squeeze those elbows in. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Extend that arm back as far as you can. So pushing back. And one more. Lower it in, lower it down. Little march. Okay, so step forward and back. So ease your options. So if you've got some music, you have a little swagger, a little sway. Step forward and back. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, you can make that stride longer. So stride, power forward, and step back. So long stride, bring the arms, make it strong forward, strong back. You can make it a small stride forward, jump back. So stride, jump back. Or a stride, jump back. You have different options here. If you work one side, you need to work the other. So stride forward, jump back. So stride, jump back. So swap legs. So if you're doing that long stride forward, again, nice strong, almost as though you're going to topple back because you stride forward so far, and back. Bring it back to a march, whichever level you're doing. You can do the high level and come back to the lower level, or the low level, and do intervals of the higher level. But we'll bring it back to the march. Just step touch from side to side. Now tap behind for a little skate. So reach forward with the arms, tap back behind for a skate. Get those arms a little higher. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. So tap across, tap across. Deep, little squat in between if you can. Nice and deep. Keep those legs nice and wide. Tap behind that support leg. Chest lifted. Keep going. You take it around in circles if you want to. You can keep it facing forward. You take it in circles, you're mindful of the knees, you're moving in a different direction. Oops, be careful of the chair as well. So tapping across or a skate. Start to make the movement a little smaller. So tapping across and move the arms out to the side. Change the legs, half jacks. So tapping out to the side, as you tap to the side, point the toe to the floor, keep that heel raised, keep those arms up to shoulder height. Again, keep those heads lifted, chest lifted. So you can bend at the elbows if you're finding the arms tiresome or tiring. You can lengthen the arms. You can take the arms above. So you can take it up and over. With the legs, they've not changed. Make it wider. You can add that hop. Lots of different levels. You can all work to the same level, and I'm starting to come back down through the different levels and the different options. So I'm staying at the easy option here. But again, you can take it up through the different levels, or you can use the different levels as a movement, a different movement that you can do continuously. So half jacks, a variation of half jacks. So keep the arms coming out to the side, change your foot stride, so tapping forward with your toes. So a little tap forward with your toes. I'm going to change the arms. I'm going to take the hands to the shoulders and pushing up. So tapping forward with your toes, tapping up. You can travel it forward and travel it back. So you can come to your device if you have enough room. Just be mindful of the room that you have and take it back. A little bit of coordination required here because the arms are going quickly above your head and you're moving yourself forward and taking yourself back. I'm going to hold it here. Okay, I'm going to start to take my arms down. Stay with that tap. I'm going to change my foot stride. So the heels are going down to the floor, toes are raised. So heel to the floor, toes raised. Turn the front of the foot up. Now for the hands, what are we going to do? Upright rows. So tapping forward with the heels. Again, arms are coming up and down fairly quickly. You can also increase the pace of the arms and legs, or you can increase the arms and slow the legs. Take that legs forward. Again, you can add that slight bend in the knees to make it a little bit harder. So taking that stride forward. So whichever you're doing, you're working to your own level. Try to keep the shoulders relaxing down. So you're not drawing the shoulders up as you come up. It's just the arm movement coming up and down. I'm going to keep the legs going, take the arms away and take the arms out to the side. I'm going to just circle my shoulders. I'm going to tap to the side. I'm going to make that a little quicker. Pendulum legs. The arms and legs coming out to the side. You can tap it. You can tap it. You don't need to add that pace and that height. So keep the shoulders back. Feel like tap with those toes. Tummy muscles nice and tight. You can take those arms higher. Take those arms higher. Your body's going to want to do this. So keep those arms higher, but your body upright. Again, take it higher or lower if you want to. So don't forget, arms and legs go in different directions. Your core, your stomach, your back has to stay really strong and keeping you upright, otherwise you'll wiggle woggle. Okay, so slow this pace when you're ready. Bring it back to a march. Let's grab the bands. Take the band under your right foot and coming up in front, out to the side. Make sure you've got enough space. So front and side. Keep it smooth, keep it rhythmic. So work until you can't, rest until you can. I mean, the video's not too long. Sort of thing that you can put on and do again later. You know what's coming up, so you can make the transitions a little quicker, make the bands a little shorter, work a little harder. So I'm going to do one more to the front and to the side, and I'm going to change over legs. Change legs. Again, the movement's coming up to the front, shoulder height, lower down, out to the side. Keep your torso strong, so you're not doing this as your band comes out to the side. If you're tempted to do that, lengthen the band a little, so you don't have so much pressure through the band. Make it shorter. So up to the front, keeping those hips forward. Started to twist then. So up shoulder height, out to the side, to the waist, in front, out to the side. Okay, one more. Full cycle, front, out to the side. We're going into lunge position. If you remember which leg you put forward first, before when you did your triceps, swap over legs. Movement is either lunge or stride forward and you're squeezing back. So back nice and straight, doing from the front, squeezing back. You can do this sitting as well. You can place the feet over the band as you sit, but it allows transition quite nicely when you're standing up. You've got that band in your hand, so squeezing back to work your back and your bicep muscles. If you go into that lunge position, you'll be working your legs a lot more, just strengthening the legs. The position is there to hold that band secure. You can lengthen up and do it standing if you feel more comfortable. But you target the legs as well if you do this. So same pace back, same pace forward. I was getting a little bit choppy there, so I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back. Keep it nice and controlled, nice and smooth. All the way back, all the way forward. Okay, a couple more in your own time. Okay, release the band, step away from the band. Little step forward and then knee raise. So a little step and a knee raise. Again, feet hip distance apart, so as though you're stepping onto a step. As you lift that knee up, care not to sort of come forward. Keep your back nice and straight. Lift the knee up, strong posture. So step with the knee. It's all about variation. It's moving your limbs through a different range of movement. Not too continuous before you move on to a different range of movement, a different plane. So bringing the knees up in front, change it totally by taking the legs out behind the squatty dogs. So into squatty dogs. Arms forward, change the arms. So opposite arm. So as long as one leg's going back and arms coming up, it doesn't really matter. So again, keep your shoulders back and down. Try not to arc and round your shoulders. Keep those arms coming up really smack in front. That tap out behind, make sure it goes directly in line with your hips and you're not sort of crossing over. So keeping that everything, your hips, knees, ankles in alignment. Nice deep breaths while you do so. So as I say, it's changing range of movements for your joints. So I'm going to slow the arms down. Still keep that tapping back. Still engaging the core. I'm going to bring it back to a march. V-step. So it's wide at the front, narrow at the back, with the arms to go with it. So external rotation of your shoulders. So lock those elbows into the side. Try to push the hands back as far as you can. Keep that mobility through the shoulders. So again, it's striking with the heels as you come forward, or wide at the front and narrow at the back. So heels go down first as you stride forward. Toes touch the floor as you come back. Keep the shoulders relaxed, elbows into the side. Take those hands out as far as you can. Really open through the shoulders. So V-step. Okay, do one more and a little march. So we'll mix it up a nice bit. So step touch. You can stay with step touch if you want to. I'm changing this to step behind, step together, grapevine. Step behind, step together. Hips are forward. Stride is long, as small as you wish. Just a little step together, step behind. Okay, two more. This is one. This is two. A little march. Okay, linking the hands, pushing the hands forward. Little stretch through your upper back. Try not to round the back. Just want to get the upper back. All over body stretch, taking those arms nice and high. Okay, not to hollow the lower back as you reach up. Take the arms down. Take your right arm across. Hug that arm in towards you. Look over your right shoulder. Changing over. Opposite arm across. Look over that shoulder. Really hug that arm in towards you as much as you can. Drop the arms down, circle the shoulders. Taking your right leg over your left leg. Reaching up with your arms, reaching across. Nice stretch down the side here, down the side of the leg. changing over. So stepping across, reaching up and reaching across. Okay, lower the arms down, do a march on the spot, your toe taps forward. Think about your breathing, so slow the pace, take one hand to the front, one hand behind. Nice deep breath in and out. So lift the heels up, free that movement, and you've done really well. Until the next time, keep on moving.